Alright, what's up everybody? We are back for a new episode of The Flash. This is Season 4, Episode 12, which is titled Honey, I Shrunk Team Flash. I have no idea what that's going to be a reference to, but I can't wait to find out. Shrunk? So like what? Yeah, I don't get it. Somebody using some kind of gun or whatever to make them all small? Weird. Or are we talking about shrunk as in more members being gone? With Barry, like, already of course right now still being locked up. And maybe more members for some reason disappearing? I don't know. Probably not, right? Nah, probably like a literal shrinking. Yeah, the thing is that last episode, which I just came off of watching, we ended in a bit of a weird way with this new character popping up. This girl who was being very giddy about everything, and I couldn't honestly read the situation well at all. Didn't know what her deal was, but then we saw her like making some scribbles in a notebook, right? Very strange symbols, and I'm trying to connect it to something we do already know, so I could think that, okay, it's connected to DeVoe maybe, or whatever, right? But it could also be, yeah, I don't know. Didn't we see Barry make those kinds of weird symbols back in the first episode when he was still confused and everything? Honestly, I don't know for sure anymore, but something tells me that that wasn't the last we've seen of her. And we're probably going to be seeing her back as quickly as this episode, I would think, right? So that's what I'm looking forward to for sure. Last episode really was kind of the rise of, yeah, the elongated man, right? It's funny, actually. The title called him the elongated knight, but in the end they called him the elongated man, simply. Which is, of course, Ralph, who got his new suit and everything and really stepped his game up once again, was inspired by Barry's speech, which was very wholesome to see. But as far as Barry goes, yeah, not a lot of progression there. He's still stuck. He's still in prison. He did make friends with Dave, who, you know, apparently already had been saved before by Henry and therefore made friends with him, right? And now kind of returned the favor by rescuing Barry, I guess. But then getting himself in trouble again, too, I will say. So, I don't know. Even there, I feel like, yeah, that's still going to end up having a tail. And I don't know. They might need to have each backs a little bit more often. So, yeah, and as far as the villain goes, of course, we were confronted with the, well, kid trickster again, I guess, right? And his mom this time around, which is definitely a fun addition. I honestly like that character quite a bit. I hope that they do still end up coming back, along with the real trickster also, who I thought was great. But it's funny, dude. Like, again, it's... You see these faces sometimes and you immediately recognize, like, oh, this dude, we've seen him before. But then I can't remember exactly, right? And so it's like, oh, I looked it up real quick and I'm like, oh, right, the first episode, dude, with the actual trickster when he told him, I'm your father. That episode, by the way, was amazing. Obviously, I remember Mark Hamill as the trickster also making that Breaking Bad reference. I'll never forget about that. It was such a... yeah, fun ride, honestly. Like, we've already come such a long way, you know what I mean? Where even for me right now, like, the first season feels like ages ago. I can only imagine how it must have felt for people actually watching these series on a yearly basis, right? Yeah, by the time you reach a season like this, season 4, I mean, again, it's not even... there's like 9 seasons in total or whatever, right? Imagine how it's going to feel if I actually end up getting there. I still don't know right now if I'm going to get there. That's the thing. A lot of people continue to warn me, right? And it's like, oh, yeah. I'm still trying to make my mind up, I guess, right? Like, seasons 4 and 5, I will watch for sure. Season 6, people are saying like, oh, the first half is still very much sort of worth watching, and maybe all the way up until the crossover episode. I think it's around that time that Arrow will also basically be coming to an end, right? Which I'm right now still in the process of catching up on, but I'm almost there. So I'm almost watching these shows basically in sync right now, which is good. But yeah, again, in that way it already kind of is starting to feel like the home stretch for me. And I don't know if I should continue with the final couple of seasons too, because, you know, on one hand I'd want to do it just because it would feel weird just dropping it, you know what I mean? But then simultaneously, again, a lot of people do warn me, and they basically say that it might kind of like ruin things, right? So, I don't know, dude. I really don't know what to do in that regard. I'm just going to ask the people over on Patreon if they want me to continue watching, and based on their responses, I'll probably just make my decision. But yeah, for now, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where the rest of this season is still going to go. Because this one, honestly, so far, I'm really enjoying it. Like, I'm liking it basically on the same level as the previous seasons. Yeah, the DeVoe stuff I think is fascinating. I like him as a villain quite a bit. You do sometimes have, obviously, some, like, singular episode storylines that aren't always the most impressive or whatever, right? But I haven't really seen anything this season yet where I'm like, oh, it's truly worse than, like, prior seasons or something to me. You know what I mean? Then again, I mean, maybe it's just, maybe I don't have, like, that high of standards anymore or something. I mean, when I think back to, like, the first and the second season, there were some amazing revelations, right? And I don't know if we're going to get them. Most of these episodes have just felt like plain fun, right? Which, yeah, if I do think back about the first seasons, it's like, okay, they were fun, but they were also very high stakes, and there were some incredible plot twists and things to kind of think about, right? And I feel like, on one hand, it's both a blessing and a curse for me. Because you guys know me, I can do a whole lot of overthinking, right? And in the first couple of seasons, I did so much overthinking. I feel like it's partially that I've also kind of just like forced myself to let go a little bit. But simultaneously, there isn't as much. Maybe in this season, and maybe already a little bit in the last one. Well, with Savitar at the end, there was still definitely some cool stuff, but there's not as much to always that you have to like think about or whatever, right? So again, in that way, it's more typical, pure fun watching the episodes. But yeah, having already, you know, like made my brain spin around a bunch back in the first couple seasons, I can appreciate that right now I don't have to do it as much, I guess, anymore. Anyway, we're going to dive into this new episode of The Flash, guys. If you enjoy my reactions to the show, you can, of course, get early access to the next bunch of episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Go and check it out. Full-length reactions are going to be up there too if you'd like to see me react to the episodes in their entirety, and you can sign up for free and watch the next episode already right now as well. That being said, let's dive into this new episode.
Cecilia, you sure we even need a crib? I used to plop Iris on some cushions at night.
Well, I'm glad to hear you got all your parenting mistakes out of the way with your first kid.
I think she turned out pretty good.
The building one, a crib. That's funny. I thought crib itself was kind of like slang for an actual house. I didn't know they called this thing a crib.
All right, best I got. What do you think?
What's happening?
Are they too tight? Hey, you just said that you thought my clothes were too tight. Do I look bad?
He didn't say a
I
thing.
didn't say that.
Wait, she is hearing things? What the fuck is going on?
Look at me. My lips were moving.
What are you talking about? I heard you.
Oh, yeah. They didn't move.
What the hell is going on?
Why can I hear what you're thinking?
Yeah, because that had to do, obviously, with DeVoe's telepathy and stuff, right?
I think they can read minds.
How did that work again? I remember they brought this up a couple episodes back, because she was standing... Wasn't it already going on back then or something? She was standing in, like, a certain spot? It's already been a few weeks for me.
So the baby's not a meta.
Nope, it's a perfectly normal baby. You were gonna say baby girl.
Oh.
I'm having another daughter.
I'm gonna have a sister? Well, I guess we can cancel the announcement party.
God damn it, now the telepathy spoiled the secret.
What number am I thinking of?
25.
God damn
3
it.
again. Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur.
What the hell is a Bulbasaur?
You don't know what a Bulbasaur is? Come on, man. Everybody does.
If the baby is not a meta, then where did these powers come from? Nope, I wasn't on the bus. No, I didn't inherit a mystic totem from my grandma. Really, guys? Why are you still thinking about Bulbasaur?
He's the cutest one of all.
Well, no. That's definitely Charmander.
This is actually triggered by your latest phase of pregnancies, and it's actually latent dark matter that's been in your brain since maybe the first particle accelerator explosion.
Really?
Right, but it's temporary. I mean, the symptoms should recede after childbirth.
Okay, we'll give you guys a minute.
Okay, wait, so what are we saying? People are actually affected by the first accelerator explosion like that, huh?
This guy, DeVoe, continues his plan unabated.
We have satellites on the DeVos.
And they haven't made a move in weeks, so that doesn't matter.
Well, Barry's in Gen Pop, so worst case, he can always phase out or I can breach him out.
And then he'd be a fugitive. And by the way...
Yeah. I mean, I can say it for the millionth time, but it's like, we do actually need something to appeal. We do need to clear Barry's name, because otherwise he can never go back to things being as normal as they used to be.
This is the team that got Barry out of a pan-temporal speed prison, and we can't spring him from a county jail?
Harry, we are working just as hard as you. So Barry is just gonna have to...
Sit tight.
I mean, I can't even imagine what he's going through.
Read 'em and weep, boys.
That's it.
I'm dealing next round.
Seriously? He's actually adapting well. Huh? I guess it helps having a buddy with you at all times.
You know, there's something fishy about you, Alan.
I'm fishy. You tried to murder me and Joe.
Knew I'd regret inviting you into this game.
You may be big, but you got no poker face.
He tried to murder him and Joe. I feel like I kind of recognize his face too, but see, I don't know if Barry is always referring to like, I mean, clearly he's never going to refer to anything that happened to him as the Flash, because they don't know that he is that. But I also can't, like, I wouldn't be able to remember, I think, a lot of situations where Barry himself as a regular human, along with Joe, for example, in this instance, were at risk. Oh my god. That's cheating, though. Wow.
Deuces again? Okay, I'm out.
That's a nice straight.
Politician who gets caught with his pants down. I'd say you're a dumbass.
Politician.
Well, maybe I'll just take the whole pot then.
Guys, come on.
Don't screw with me, Bellows.
You're gonna shoot me?
I'm once again gonna have to look it up, dude. I'm once again gonna have to look it up because I remember the name Bellows. He's bringing up politician. I feel like we did deal with him. Bellows held a Flash Day rally to commemorate the Flash. Was he actually like the mayor? Bellows held a campaign night for re-election, acting as waiters James, Jesse, and Axel Walker attended, poisoning all of the wine, forcing everyone to give up all their money before he would give them an antidote. However, Flash actually intervened, so it was in the same episode. It was in episode 15, which we obviously also... Or actually, I think it was 18, right? Yeah, 18. Interesting, dude. I hardly... Like, I recognize the face a little bit still. But again, it's funny, because last episode we already obviously dealt with Trickster again.
That's right. You only shoot on our man.
What the hell are you looking at?
You shot an unarmed man?
Yeah, I'm just another bad guy.
If my dad really risked his life to save yours, then I doubt you're just another bad guy. Why don't you just tell me what really happened?
I don't know. I feel like Henry would see the humanity in everybody, and it wouldn't even really matter what they did in their past for him to want to save him. Security guard murdered.
While attempting to steal from a Mercury Lab shipping crate, David P. Ratchet allegedly shot and killed a security guard.
Wow. Well, that's what he was arrested for, but are we saying there might be a chance he actually didn't do that?
The only forensic evidence were bullet casings from the scene that matched the cartridge of a gun you own. Firearm identification like that can have errors. It's practically junk science.
I said, time to go.
Well, why wouldn't you want Barry to look into this for you, or kind of, yeah, weird. It's like he doesn't, I don't know, maybe he actually knows he did do it, and he deserves to be here for it.
There was another guy. My size, I tried to save the guard.
Oh, wow.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, and now what? Now you're like so frustrated, obviously, when it gets brought up that you don't even want to think about it, and you feel like you don't stand a chance anyway to still get out and be proven that it wasn't you.
Because it doesn't matter, Alan. It didn't matter to the cops. They took one look at me and decided I was the guy.
That guy could still be out there.
If I was that guy, I would have ditched this crap town a long time ago.
Yeah, what's Barry saying? If they find another guy who matches maybe the same DNA or whatever, right, then they could still link him probably to that actual case with the security guard. Get Dave over here freed.
Technology companies in Central City are robbed at nearly 30 times the national average, which is why I'm proud to unveil Cord Industries' newest advanced research facility, complete with super speed motion detectors, sonic vibration defenses. Believe me, no one is breaking into this building anytime soon.
Oh, God damn, you might want to retract that statement straight away. What the fuck?
I hate this city.
Who the fuck is this guy? That's what he just shrunk it into? Were there people in there too? Who the hell is this guy? If I had to make a Harry Potter reference, which we know they love doing in this show, kind of looks like that hunching guy over in the Leaky Cauldron in The Prisoner of Azkaban.
Dark matter definitely left its mark here.
That patrolman, right there. He is cheating on his wife.
Never trust a mustache, I always say.
I have a mustache.
No, you have a sexy goatee.
Red tag.
See, on one hand, it would be super cool to have these kinds of powers, but at the same time, I feel like you'd only be able to see the worst in all people because everybody's got a bunch of shit to hide.
Baby, I love you, and I think it's great that you have these new powers, but
Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah, exactly, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's only gonna drive a wedge.
I can hear everyone. It's so fun.
I don't know, dude. I see this driving her crazy. Maybe it's just me, but I don't see this necessarily as a good thing.
So Barry asked you to ask us to get this guy out of prison?
15 years ago, he was found guilty of shooting a guard, but there was no apparent motive.
Studies have shown that lineup composition, verbal and nonverbal cues can all lead to unintended false identification.
Why would the other guy have actually shot him, though?
We all want Barry to be free, but I don't know that there's much else we can do right now.
It's just one case.
And it's a case that we have to take. Alan has made one request of us since he's been incarcerated. No request doesn't even involve himself.
It's unsettling how convincing you can be sometimes.
I got it.
Do right by him, I guess. Something tells me that Cecile's new telepathic powers are going to come in handy here, but then again, it's going to be a little difficult or well, it would be too convenient if she were to actually like run into the guy who actually did it and have him like think about it, I guess, in the process. That's the only way I see it possibly being a thing. Although maybe if we manage to like narrow it down to a certain suspect list and we can question them, then it's like she can come into play and actually, because we'll get them talking about the situation, right? And then she'll be able to actually detect who truly did do it.
What do we want to do about this case?
Well, my dad, Cisco, and Ralph are gonna question Rundine, and I'm gonna call Cecile and see if she can pull up a case file on Big Sur.
You won't even have to say it.
No, you need to think. Like, Cecile literally needs to be there for it. She can just tell you what my guy is truly thinking.
So I have some friends that I thought could help with your case, and they've agreed to do it. If there's anybody that can prove you're innocent, it's these guys.
Because they did a bang-up job of clearing you.
I
Just call them and tell them to stop.
Look, I don't understand why you're not excited about this.
What you're peddling, it's dangerous.
mean, it's probably dangerous for his own mental health because it's only going to get him swept up again in the thought that maybe there is a chance for him, right, and that he can make it out. Only for him, he's probably going to figure that like he'll just be disappointed in the end and it won't happen.
What's dangerous?
Hope. I've been in here long enough to understand that in prison, hope is the most dangerous thing.
Wait, did you get that from Shawshank?
I got that from being in prison.
Still need to watch that movie at some point because I hear it's like one of the best. With Morgan Freeman, right?
You Silbert Rundine?
Bird. Rundin.
So close.
I'm Detective Joe West. These are my associates. We're looking into a robbery that took place.
Okay.
Okay, well, you definitely got your guy. At least I know that.
Is that a replica of DARPA's HTV-3X?
Wait, but it's actually... Oh, dude. But obviously they're here because of the case with involving Dave. This is not even about the building and stuff. Yeah, they're going to prevent more crime from getting... Or, well, they're going to prevent more crime from happening. Yeah, more crimes are going to get stopped because of this.
Wow. This is a perfect replica.
This is the reason I don't have any money in my savings.
Oh, I get it.
Is this you?
It's not a replica, right? Like, he just shrinks all that shit. It's real.
15 years ago. Did you spend any time around Mercury Labs?
Yeah, that might ring a bell. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so he can shrink and he can unshrink. And jump out the window. What the fuck?
Cisco, get us to the alley.
Yo, man really was prepared for that all this time, just jumping out the window with a parachute?
Hey, hold it right there!
Oh no, oh no!
Oh, that feels weird.
Yeah, because I was just about to ask, what if they were actually in that car?
I think we got bigger problems.
They shrunk already, yep. Jesus Christ. I mean, can't Ralph just like stretch himself in a way where it basically, you know, brings him back to being normal size?
Ralph, have you tried just stretching back to normal size?
That's literally what I suggested.
Back. Jeez Louise.
Oh, he can even stretch actually right now. I also love how they gave him the helium voices.
Miniaturized tech so you can steal it and then make it big so you can sell it.
Yep.
Ratchet's trial records.
Oh.
That's...
You really
Honestly, man, that is so, that would be so nice to have. That man's got to be the best real estate investor you've ever seen.
Oh, it takes a long time to reach here.
Who spit gum on the floor? I'm a gumshoe!
Oh my
Not
god,
gum on a shoe!
she full on stepped on him, goddamn.
You guys are going in the hamster cage. Oh.
I know. It's got this show kind of, you know, becomes a headache at some points. Can't blame Harrison.
This is not your fault.
Yeah, but it kind of... Don't read my mind. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go build a reverse polarity dwarf star matrix.
Oh, you have no idea what Harry was talking about. Or what anyone around here is ever talking about.
I gotta call Barry.
She does. At all times now.
I can hear you, Iris, and there is nothing wrong with me and Joe.
It's just that if you ever think there is something wrong, I know someone who could help. That's
Dude.
all.
What, you? What are you saying? Honestly, those powers are not working in anybody's favor. I literally said it from the start.
I'm Dr. Sharon Finkel.
Oh,
Thank you
no.
for seeing us on short notice.
Lucky us.
Of course.
Oh my god.
I've been experiencing some unusual pregnancy symptoms. It was a really long time ago, and things were very different at that point. I'm sorry, are you
Yeah, now she's just gonna confront the psychiatrist with her thoughts already and her judgments.
making a grocery list?
Oh,
Of course not.
negligence, actually.
It's almost as if I have become aware of Joe's thoughts.
All-knowing. You're a literal goddess.
I don't take sides.
You just think that I'm in the wrong. No, we're not done here. Therapy scares you, and you don't like this woman hearing all your business.
Cecile, that's not true.
And now you
Seriously, man, I can't repeat it for the millionth time, but like, Cecile's not gonna like anybody anymore, and nobody's gonna like Cecile anymore because of this.
Hey, they found him. His name's Silbert Rundon. I'm getting out of here. Wow.
So yesterday I tell you what happened, and today you find the guy. It happened in a
Flash?
snap.
You're kind of giving shit away there, Barry. You want to be very careful about that.
Technically, they haven't gotten him yet.
You see, something always goes wrong.
It's okay to believe.
Why is it so easy for you to believe?
You know, my dad was in here for a crime he didn't commit, right?
He got out.
Do you know what happened?
It's a good argument to use. Like, eventually he did get out. Eventually it did get resolved.
After 17 years, the man that killed my mom confessed. My dad got to go home.
Yeah, there's always hope.
Why shouldn't you get to go home too?
And that happens. Like, that truly does happen, right? That, like, years down the line, certain cold cases still end up getting solved, or, you know, people on their deathbeds start having, you know, I don't know, they feel like confessing all of a sudden. They need to get it off their chest.
For the record, this is awesome, but why do you guys have a giant Lego set anyway?
It is a three-dimensional model of the place where I was predestined to be brutally murdered by a
Oh,
twisted
wow.
future version of Barry.
Oh, right. We actually set this up last season.
That guy.
But what a difference a year makes.
Whoa. What did you do to my bazooka?
Well,
no.
I turned your bazooka into an embiggening bazooka.
Let's fucking hope that's actually what it is. Because you might be about to blast them otherwise.
Now, if you'll just hold on.
Whoa, 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 we're gonna do this now?
These two are small, we need to embiggen them, and we need to free an innocent man.
Uh-huh.
So-
Okay, first of all, embiggen is not a word. And second of all,
Embiggen.
shouldn't we test this?
I'll be a test subject.
Well, I was going to say, we're literally testing it now.
That's the spirit. Oh, here we go. And you should probably...
Oh, God, yeah, sorry.
Get out the way. Oh, dude, imagine that. What would have happened if it hit Iris? She turned into a giant.
Still tiny.
Welp. Okay. Well, clearly there's a delayed effect, maybe.
Oh, no.
Their cells are exploding.
How long do they have?
At this rate, I would guess complete cellular explosion within 10 hours.
What, so they're like dying in rapid succession?
You have any plans for when you get out?
You know, I really haven't thought about it very much.
You've got to have something that you've dreamed up.
This ain't the movies, Alan. This is real life, man.
He's never thought about that because he's never, like, actually thought that he could get out anymore.
Sometimes things do end up like in the movies.
Jiaju, tiny village in China, beautiful place, very secluded. Monks all take a vow of silence.
Inmate Allen. A word?
I'm cool with it as long as he doesn't bring up the League of Assassins and stuff.
I see you've made a new friend.
I guess I have.
I find that interesting.
Do you?
Your friend may look like a man, but he is unquestionably a monster. Everyone here is a monster. And if you insist on continuing to bait them, you will get mauled.
Okay, so he's basically just warning him, right? But I don't know, I feel like there might be an angle to him where he just doesn't want Barry in any way messing with this shit. I've been suspecting that guy, honestly, for a while, right? From the moment he got, you know, we saw him, I think, at the start of this season or whatever. I've been thinking that he's been somehow involved with DeVoe and actually kind of, I don't know, it seems awfully suspicious, right? That he wouldn't want Barry getting Dave out of here.
If it's okay with you, I just was wondering if I could talk to you about Joe.
Of course, it's okay.
I really thought being able to read his mind would make our relationship stronger, not push us apart.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't know what you were thinking then, because again, even now, she doesn't need to have a conversation about Joe. She needs to have a conversation about herself.
But if you really want to get closer to my dad, you need to stop focusing on what he's thinking and find out what he's feeling.
Maybe we could use a biochemical...
I feel like they're kind of one and the same thing, though. Maybe it's just me.
Little Ralphie needs to use little boy's room. Didn't you just go?
Just go pee behind the tree right there.
Come on, Caitlin. Help a wee fellow take a wee.
Can you?
Me?
I'm not touching.
I'll take you there, but you have to find your own way out.
What? We're gonna bring him to the toilet and make him, what, like, stand on top of the lid?
The embiggening bazooka made us unstable, didn't it?
Yeah. No. What? No. What? Why would you say that?
I can see it all over your face.
Guilt.
Okay, so you tried.
Yeah, I failed because I'm stupid. Ow! What was that for?
A little vibe.
You want to help Barry? You want to free him? Get out of your own way and unshrink us.
We weren't shrunk, right? That's not how his powers work. His powers...
Yeah. Keep thinking.
If you want to fix us...
We need to put you back in London's line of fire.
Central City's weather service is...
Yeah, I'm not sure how he means that. Like, okay, so Rondon can just use the same attack on him and it'll actually unshrink him automatically? Okay.
Now, let's go take a closer look.
What the fuck was I looking at just now? Was that like a Zeppelin type of thing?
Okay, so facial recognition just picked him up at Weather Services Airfield. I think he's trying to skip town.
Okay, I want to stay here and try and figure out a cure.
What? He's using that thing to actually get the hell out of here. Okay, that's bad.
Ramon, remember, when Rundon tries to shrink the van, you've got to get in the path of his blast. Do you understand?
Can't they just actually be in something that he's trying to shrink? Again, with how I thought that it was already going to happen to them too if they were in the same car. Oh shit. Yo, he just threw the car at them while he was enlarging it. Damn.
Barry, try flanking him. We're gonna come around the other side.
Copy that.
That wasn't too bad of a Hummel, by the way. Yo. Yeah. And when you say fire, I don't think you meant a bazooka.
I'm gonna shrink you down to the subatomic level, boy.
Please do.
Oh, is that right? I'd like to see you try.
I mean, that's the thing, but how do they, being as small as they are, manage to get themselves into the gunfire? You know, the line of fire. Oh, he had him there. Wow. Well, I guess I got my answer. That's how. Nice. Timing. Get fucked, my guy.
15 years ago, did you rob a Mercury Labs warehouse?
Mercury Labs. That's the one that Ratchet got fingered for. I laughed so hard when that guy got arrested.
Jesus Christ, I was gonna say, clearly you didn't live with any regrets.
You want a confession? Find a priest.
Damn.
I'd rather rot.
Yeah, we'll see about that, though. Maybe we can still get him to change his mind the moment the weight of the consequences here are truly starting to, you know, kick in. I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, all right. Thanks. Hey, Joe, just hold on a second, all right?
Now he's gonna have to share the bad news with him.
I'll let you down.
You damn idiot.
Tuh.
You did not let me down. Forgot what hope felt like. It's not a bad thing.
Wow. Now he's actually grateful.
I'll see you around, kid.
That's kind of a surprising twist.
That place you're in is full of walls. When you hit one of those walls, you find a way to get through it. There's too many people counting on you. Out here and in there.
What's he thinking, though? It kind of felt like with Joe saying what he did, you know, find a way to get through the walls, that he was thinking of something. Okay. Oh. Oh, wait, he's just bringing him to China? I mean, I guess, right? It's like this. Yeah, no, fair enough, actually. Like, what's stopping you from doing that when it comes to him, at least? He can get his dream to come true in the end, and it's like, yeah, over in China, they ain't coming to chase him. Sometimes you do get the movie ending. He must have been like, what the fuck just happened to me at first? But I'm sure that he realizes now who he was actually dealing with all this time here. That's kind of awesome, man. That's kind of awesome. Yeah, we're definitely not going to see him back. Obviously, he doesn't have the same problem Barry has, which is that when he gets out, he still wants to be in town. You know what I mean? That's why we need to get Barry's name cleared at the least.
I want to know why me having these powers is so upsetting to you.
You have the powers. Read my mind.
No. I want to know how you feel.
Never ask a guy how he feels.
Cecile, you being able to read my thoughts, it makes me feel vulnerable in a way that I don't like. I just don't want you seeing me like that.
But I would never think less of you for the thoughts that cross your mind.
I mean, no, we all would. That's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, every human works like that. You know, we put up kind of a front and we, like, there's a certain image we want to come across, right? And we very consciously kind of choose how we want others to see us. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. But everybody's hiding stuff and everybody has inner thoughts and this and that they don't show to the public. That's just how it works.
Joe, your Grandma Esther's noodles, they taste terrible. And I think that I have been using semicolons wrong for my entire life. I would like to buy a new pair of pants, but I haven't yet, because I'm afraid to go into the store. Truthfully, even I think that I am just a little bit crazy for having another baby at this age.
So now she's just gonna, like, make up for it by being brutally honest herself, I guess, huh? That's, okay, that's a choice. I mean, that's the thing. There's nothing that could prevent her from not using this telepathy and stuff, I guess, right? I don't know. Just now she made it seem like she could also choose not to read thoughts, right? That's honestly what I would have resorted to. Just don't use the power.
You know, we reopen a case against an innocent man and, somehow stumble upon the actual culprit. A culprit who, by the way, has metahuman powers that we are partially responsible for.
There are no coincidences when it comes to DeVoe and these bus metas.
I mean, that's the thing, right? He told us he could see all the connections and this and that. But this is exactly why I think Cecile still having those powers is going to actually come in handy. Because she might actually become our greatest asset in taking DeVoe down at this point.
Is there a problem, Warden?
As you know, inmate Ratchet mysteriously disappeared last night. In an effort to locate inmate Ratchet, I reviewed the security camera footage. Did you know the oscillating cameras aren't the only ones in this wing?
But they shouldn't be really able to see anything though, right? Because Barry was that fast.
I had a camera installed right by your cell. And
You
when I
didn't
checked
realize.
that camera, I learned who you truly are.
Oh, shit.
Then let me be specific.
Oh, shit.
You're the Flash.
Well, never mind. I guess he really does know.
There's no use denying it or trying to run. You're clearly already feeling the effects of the drug cocktail I put in that snack you so seem to enjoy.
Why?
Why? Yeah.
Why would you do this?
I mean, my guy has been sus, but then again, I would think that if he truly was involved with DeVoe and everything, he would have already known this anyway.
I did warn you. Everyone in here is a monster.
Including me. Clearly, something's up with this guy. I don't know what plans he's got for Barry right now. Yo, is this there? Well, okay, this is just a metahuman facility he's putting him in, right?
He said to call you when I was ready to do business.
Hello, Warden.
Oh,
Do you have
God.
another fish to sell me?
I do.
He's working with her. Well, he's working with Amunet, but Amunet's working with Devoe, so okay, maybe that's kind of how the lines are connected, huh? Damn, dude. Alright, guys. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and of course, you can get early access to the next bunch of episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Go and check it out. You can also sign up for free and watch the next episode already right now. So, I'll see you there.